Hey guys, it's Maymay, and today I'm going to show you how to use our new stamp set called Suit Up, at least one way. I'm going to show you how to use this big guy and the bow tie and the pocket, and I'm going to make a card that looks like this. Now, this is a very versatile stamp set. You'll see as we go, you'll be able to make all kinds of stuff with it. In my next video, I'll be showing you how I use this one and the little suspenders down here that kind of get a glare on them. Aren't they cute? So I'm going to be making an A2 size card today. And if you don't know what an A2 is, it is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. But as you can see on my card here, I have a white edge around my card. That is my card base showing. So what I have done is I have cut for myself a suit colored piece, whatever color you want your suit to be, a suit colored piece in 4 by 5 1/4. So I'll get that little sink in. You don't have to do this. You can cut your suit piece the full size if you want to, but I like mine to sink in a little bit. I think it makes the white shirt pop. All right, so you're going to need 2 pieces this size. You'll need a white piece and also a suit colored piece. So I say white, you're going to need a shirt piece and a suit piece. All right, so let's stamp. So I'm going to be using my Misty today. You don't have to use your Misty. You could just put this onto a block. That would be fine. But let me show you how I'm going to line it up on the Misty. I'm going to put my white piece, which is 4 by 5 1/4, into my Misty, and I'm going to eyeball center this stamp. Now, there are some measurements here. You have a ruler here, and you know that 2 inches of this is the center of your 4-inch piece. So I'm just kind of using that to help me eyeball it, okay? So I'm going to place that there and pick it up, and I only have to do that one time. So now, make sure my paper is in place, and I'm going to stamp this down. There are so many different ways that you can do this. On our live show, which I'm really sad about, I did this live yesterday, and for some reason, there's a glitch on my YouTube app on my phone that won't let me end a live show, and so I had to delete it because it just sits there and spins. But on the live show, you guys were given such good ideas, and I just know when you guys get this stamp set at home, you're going to have so many cool projects that I'll get to see from it. So I stamped that one time there. And that's super cute. So that's going to be our shirt, believe it or not. And this is going to be our suit. So same size. I'm going to put it in the same place in my trimmer or in my Misty, just like so. And I decided to use this kind of gingham side versus the other side is just a plaid. But you could do either one you want to do. So many ideas yesterday. Somebody said you could do like a Joker suit or a Batman or Riddler suit. Y'all, I do not do superheroes, right? You can tell. Somebody mentioned doing like that half and half character. I don't remember his name. Two-Faced. I got it. You could do a suit like that. So lots of ideas. Now, as you can see, I'm using a darker background. So you can see that it's going to be a little bit more subtle here than it is on my lighter gray, right? But I think it'll be pretty. All right. So while we're stamping, let's do a little other stamping. So this piece that I cut was a 6 by 6 piece, and so I had this little scrap left over. This is me testing to make sure the color was going to show up. Do you guys do that? I wanted to make sure that this piece was going to work. So while we're doing this, I'm going to go ahead and stamp for myself the little pocket, just like so. Cute. So we'll have him later, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp the bow tie. Now, yes, I'm doing a charcoal suit, but I decided to do a pink bow tie. So, all my boys would wear this. As a matter of fact, my son Thomas's favorite color is pink, and they would all wear a pink bow tie. Matter of fact, they probably have worn pink bow ties. At least pink shirts. So this will be cute. I really like it. So now we can assemble. Okay, on the suit piece, we're going to cut away the plaid in the middle. We worked very hard to make this so easy for you guys so that you wouldn't need a die or anything. You just make straight lines. Almost all the cuts on this that you'll be making are going to be just straight lines. So see, that's just a straight cut. And then I'm just going to do one more on this side, just like so. And I'm going to cut that V out of there. Okay, so now I have my suit ready for its shirt. Now, you might be thinking, well, why not just stamp this right to the card base? You know, because my card base is white. Why not do that? You totally can do that. But because I want that white border around mine, I didn't do that. And if you do that, you need to make sure you cut your 2 pieces or your suit piece the size of your card base. That makes sense if you're trying to do that. But if you're copying what I'm doing, just do this. All right, I'm going to add a little glue. Just some art glitter glue. Now, on my first ones, I popped it up with foam. I just thought about that. I could have done that here, but it'll be good to see the difference. So this one I'll glue straight down, and my other two are popped up with foam. And all you do is glue this down to your base piece. And if for some reason your stamping is a little off, just trim off whatever white part is hanging out. So see, now I have a white shirt and a gray suit. Now I want to show you something, and I showed this yesterday, and I want you to see why I did this. So I'm going to make a line with a pen right here, okay? The reason I did not give it to you on the stamp set is it would have added 1 inch to 1.25 inches to this piece, and I would have lost real estate on my stamp, okay? So what I'm going to ask you to do, if you want a line there, is to draw that in, and let me show you how I do it. So I just take my ruler and a pen, whatever black pen you've got that you enjoy. Just line this guy up straight on your cutting mat so you make sure you can be pretty straight. And then I'm just going to make a line from the point of that stamp down. And my pen is thin. I'm using a very thin nib, so I'm even going to double that line. So just move my roller over and do it twice, so it'll be a little thicker. Now, if you don't need that, if you think that's no big deal, let it go. Don't do it. But it just saved us a little space to not do it ahead of time. All right, now the bow tie. So you'll notice I have some extra scrap here. You'll see why in a second. All right, for the bow tie, all you're going to do is fussy cut it out, and look how easy it is. First, it is a straight line here. We curved this one so slightly. Do you see that? So you wouldn't have to do much work there. You have a straight line here. So once you set your scissor, just slice, just bite it, and then it's so easy to do. Then I'm going to come over here and do this straight line. Do this tiny curve. And then set my scissors right beside the line and just bite. It's really easy, and I'm telling you, it saves you money, because if I would have done a die with this, which I wouldn't have done, but had I tried, this would have been a very expensive set because these are big dies. And rather than spend that, if you make a couple of cuts here and there, or use your scan and cut machine for this, this is perfect. We made sure we had nice, bold outside lines for that. So my last little snip right here, these are the only curves on the bow tie you have to do, and they are done. Don't throw this away. We're going to come back to that in a few minutes. Okay, this guy is now going to go here, and I want to show you my trick for putting it on, where I put it anyway. All right, I'm going to get a little foam, which, how did I lose this big thing on my desk? But I couldn't see it, but now I got it. All right, just a little piece of foam tape, and I'm going to put it right here in the middle of the bow. Now, do you see where, or you will see for sure, where the line stops, where the stamp line stops? That's because when I'm using my MISTI, I can't get all the way to the edge, but it's actually good because that's how I want it to do. I'm going to take this part of my bow and line it up to where that line stops. Now, I'm having to do this in the camera because I can't get my head in there, so I might be a little off, but I'm going to line it up to where that stops, and it does hang over, but because I'm mounting this to an A2 card base, do you see how it kind of hides? It's right to the edge there. It might be slightly over, but still enough to fit into an envelope. And if you wanted to, you could always cheat it by just sliding it down a little bit, or move your bow if you have a problem putting that in the envelope. But I don't think you will. I think it'll be all right. Then I'm just going to glue this straight to my card, leaving that little white border. See how much it makes the shirt pop with the white border? You certainly don't have to do it that way. It's just the way I like it. So let's now add our pocket. So what I did with my pocket was I went ahead and trimmed this out. Again, straight lines, straight line up the side. You can even trim this one with your trimmer. You can just lay it on the trimmer and slice it out. Straight line up this side. Straight line up this side. And then our little points down here, which I'm actually going to cut off. I'll show you why, but I just wanted to cut the whole pocket to show you how quick it goes. So there's your pocket. And then, and look, you still have extra to make more pockets. Then what I'm going to do is decide how much of it I want to show. I know I want to cut it to the point here because this, I'll show you on the finished card. You really don't have room to do the whole pocket. You just want kind of the look of the pocket. So that's why it looks like it's just a little piece of it. So I'm going to cut that point off at the bottom. And then I think I'm going to come in to that stitch mark. Or maybe even, let me check. I'm using the stitch marks to help me line up. I'm going to split between those two stitches right there. So I'm going to do that with my trimmer. Let me show you what I mean. I can make a much straighter cut here doing this. So between those two stitches, I'm going to put my cut line right there. And I'm going to line this guy up as straight as I can in here and slice. And then I'm going to slice this little point off the bottom that I don't need as well. Oop, that's crooked, so let's put it in there straight. There we go. Great. I might have got a little crooked, but it'll be all right. Not the end of the world. All right, we're going to need a handkerchief or a pocket square, I think they're actually called. And here is how I do it. So this little piece of cardstock, I'm going to cut it just the width of this pocket. So it's a scrap. So I'm just going to do this. And I want 2 of these. So I'm going to cut up a little, about an inch piece, maybe a 3/4 inch piece of scrap. I'll show you what I mean. See how that's about 3/4 of an inch, but the width of the pocket. Then I'm just going to slice this in half, eyeballing it. None of this is precision. None of this, okay? So I'm going to make a little point. I want you to think like a mountaintop. This one I want to be to one side, and I'll show you what I mean by that. I want this little point of the mountain to be further over, okay? And then on this little guy, I want the point of the mountain to be further the other way because I want my points to offset. And this will all make sense in just a second. Get that out of the way. So see how my points will now offset each other? I'll have a point on either side. That's what I wanted. Then I'm just going to take these. Let's glue them together first. So a little glue on one. And then I'm going to put this guy with this one. Don't worry if you have a little bit too wide. I'll show you what we do to fix that as well. All right, and then this is going to get glued to the back of my pocket, if I can pick it up, and the top of the pocket. So this is the top. And then I'm just going to place this little guy on the glue. And I can come around to the front and put it where I want it once I get it there. So something like that. Now remember how I told you not to worry about those edges that hang off because you're going to go like this. This is a very simple, no stress. I mean, you're just making a little pocket square. It's easy. All right, so there's your little pocket square in your pocket. And then this goes here. And I'm going to pop it up too. Since I popped up the bow tie, I think this will be cute popped up as well. Cut myself a little piece of foam. Stick that on the back there. And then this just lines up in the corner. Because, you know, that's how we placed it. So it just goes right here on the edge and in the corner. Let's get that lined up well. And there it is. Oh, my goodness. Now, I want to show you what I did. This suit set, let me tell you what sentiments are on it. So it has the word celebrate. Suit up is here. I like your style. And this one is this day suits you. Now, here's what I did on my sample card. I used 2 stamp sets. And I got to find the one I stamped in. One second. Here it is. I used 2 stamp sets. I used my new birthday blessing set. So I used the happy birthday from that. And then I did this day suits you. I think that's super cute. There's so many different ways you're going to be able to use this just to make simple cards. And listen, another idea that somebody said would be cute to make groomsmen cards with, and it'd be really cute to make groomsmen invitations. You know how you make a card to ask someone to be your groomsman, kind of like they do with bridesmaids? That would be super cute. And then match the colors to the event. I think this is my favorite, y'all. I love this black and pink together. That's super cute. So there is 3 cards, all done the very same way, okay, using one of the set, or one of the stamps from our set. Well, 2, because this and the bow tie. But tomorrow, on tomorrow's video, I'm going to use this guy to make a card and also use the suspenders to show you how that works. And then I have another video coming where I'll show you how to use the pocket and the cuff in a cute way. All right, guys, there's so many more things we can do with it, but I wanted to make sure I filmed this for you because if you were on the live yesterday and you saw how it worked and then the live show went away, you really need to see how the stamp set works. So there you go. Hey, thanks so much for watching. I cannot wait for you to get this set and I cannot wait to see what you guys do. So be sure to share your photos with us on our customer gallery at MaymayMadeIt.com. And subscribe and like the video to let me know you enjoyed it. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.